or die.
Sharp as a razor, got the game on lock, I'm the lead debater. Making bold calls, yeah, I never bend. This is where the hot takes begin. Triple D hot takes. Triple D hot
takes. Welcome to Triple D Hot Takes. Tonight we're live doing two shows into one. We've got NASCAR at Texas Motor Speedway, and then we've got the 152nd running of the Kentucky Derby. We'll talk a little bit about both tonight. And so tonight I bring in to introduce Kyle Dietert, Garrett Dietert, and myself, Hank Dietert. So that's where we get the Triple D from. So guys, let's take it away.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be an exciting week, man. We had the Spurs win this week. Shout out to the San Antonio Spurs. Go Spurs, go.
Yeah, go Spurs.
They're looking good, but we got to have the Dallas Stars finish tonight, I hope.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough road game for them, but let's get it.
Yeah, Garrett wasn't happy with doing a show, right? Go ahead. You got to win two more to win, right? The whole thing?
Yeah,
is that what you said?
They're down right now.
No.
Yeah, they're down right now, 3-2.
No.
Yeah, 3-2. Minnesota's up in the series, so
no, we're
up. Win this game and the next game.
Right.
No, we're not.
No,
we
we're
lost
not.
The last game.
Yeah, we lost the last game.
We lost to Minnesota. We went down
Yeah.
3-2. So
Where you been, man?
No, really?
Yeah.
not looking great right now either.
Yeah.
Dallas is already down 1-0 in the first. So
Wait,
anyway, let's talk
I
a little.
thought we were off.
No, it doesn't work that
Oh,
easy,
man,
right?
it's not looking good right now.
Yeah, that's
Dallas
right.
Star fans,
Oh,
tough series though, tough matchup.
Scheiße.
This Minnesota team's pretty good, so tough first round draw. But you got to beat the best to be the best. So
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Back to NASCAR. We're back in Texas. You know it's going to be a thriller. Everybody loves Texas, man. Like, everybody loves it, man.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Texas?
All right, right. But first, before we get into that, hey, I know you have some boasting to do about the next one, huh? About the next, about what the next slide will be. So we'll bring that in as well. So here you go, man. There it is, Kyle. You get to do some boasting there. Some
Carson Hurricane Hose Bar.
Yeah, I can't believe you got lucky on that one, man. Half of the field is out, and that's the only way he could win it is because there's, what it was, 26 cars that went out in this one, and and it happened in the front, so it took out all your leaders, and so all the guys that were sitting towards the back, they had a chance, and Hocevar just comes through.
Yeah, nah. It's just nice seeing him finally get his first win in Cup Series. Like, it's kind of awesome to have two drivers this season get their first wins. We had Ty Gibbs already get his. It was nice seeing Carson Hocevar get his. And he's been working at it harder than a lot of other people, I felt like. And he's actually been consistently running very well. Ty Gibbs has too. But I feel like Carson, especially from last year, he's really kept it consistent, really. Trying his hardest and really improving as a driver. He ain't making many friends, but he's doing a great job being consistent. And that's all you need to have in NASCAR. He's doing a great job, and I like the way he's been driving. And look out for him in Texas. Last year, he won the polls in Texas, so look out for Carson Hocevar to do the same thing this year.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Nah.
Hey, Ryan Priest though ran the, when before all the crash, the big one, happened.
I wonder how Chastain won that second stage.
Yeah, Ryan Priest did a good, Ryan Priest did a good job. But, well, but Chastain up there, that's
the only reason he won that stage is because the wreck happened right before that, didn't
right. It? Yeah, something close to that. Yeah, right there.
Chastain was in front a lot for safety.
Yeah, he got to.
So was Kyle Busch.
You had to slide through.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was up there in the front group for a bit.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Until they hit the pits.
Yeah,
Okay, the pits where it's downhill for their what is it, RCR? Or something like that.
Yeah, and then
I thought the Hocevar getting his first career win. I wasn't happy to see it. The celebration was cool. I'll give him that, but
hey, I don't know what you are thinking, but I think he just signed his contract with Hendricks right there. I don't know. He might be taking that number 48. I don't know about that.
I don't know. Yeah.
Alex Bowman is falling off quick.
Yeah. Well, he even said it himself. He had Hocevar in one of his interviews, the pregame race, one of his interviews, he said, I'm going to have to do a whole lot more winning, to be up there. He's a big fan of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Dale Earnhardt Sr., but he said, man, I got to do a whole lot more winning before I even come close to anybody like that. So, so he's got to win a lot more than just one race. So how about that? That's just what it's going to come down to.
Man knows how to celebrate, though.
Yeah.
It was a cool celebration. I'll give him that.
He knows how to celebrate. Well, now you get into the NASCAR Cup Series standings, top 16. That's all that matters as far as the chase goes. They take the top 16. Anybody surprising, Kyle, and what you see?
Yeah, the biggest people on the move. I know I didn't put it on the notes, but we had Chris Buescher has moved up 4 positions. Carson Hocevar, of course, he got his first win. It's going to give you a boost. He moved up 4 positions. And then you got a bunch of – Chase Elliott made a huge move. Great finish for him at Talladega. I know half the field wasn't there, but great job for Chase Elliott. I actually picked him last week, and, hey, it turned out to be good. Not like A&M and Miami. You know what I'm saying? But then you got some huge fall off. You got Bubba Wallace, I feel like, hasn't gained many points since the first couple of weeks. He's dropped 4. William Byron has dropped 4. They've dropped a lot of fall off there. But it's just this RFK racing team is pretty elite, man. You got a lot of veterans on that team, a lot of oldsters, I feel like, and they're doing a phenomenal job staying up there with a lot of these newcomers coming in, and it's just nice to see this team actually stay consistent, really. Being the real black sheeps, I feel like. Like, looking at it from last year, you're just like, these 3, like, to even be in here, I would never seen it for the top 16.
I can see it. I think they got really good speed in those cars, and even the long run speed's really impressive. When you look at Buescher, Kozlowski, and Priest, so I'm not too surprised. I think they're doing a pretty good job of staying consistent this year, and really contending in this top 16 so far. I still see Joey Logano. He's probably going to be one that he might sneak in a win or 2 here, probably jump up a little bit. Now Suarez is hanging on by the thread of his seat right there in that position at 14.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of surprised to see someone like Chastain not in the top 16, or even someone like Chase Briscoe. Both drivers, I think, that are going to have a good chance to get in this top 16. No surprise Reddick's still up there at the first position. He's going to be tough to catch this year, but still a lot of races left. Denny's been running really good. Blaney and Chase, I think, are going to be a really tough battle, coming in this later stretch, because I think Chase has been running really good. Like you said, he got that 4th place finish. Considering how bad they ran all day, I thought that was a huge win for Chase Elliott. Just even having a shot at it. So, yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see where this goes. Larson's still at 6, and William Byron runs good in Dallas usually. And so
there's one name on there that I'm a little surprised. I know he moved teams and moved into a brand new car, but Garrett, you know what I'm talking about?
Talking about Suarez, right?
Yeah, Daniel Suarez is actually
Suarez
staying up there somehow. It's nice to see him up there.
He's put together some good little finishes, some top 10, some top 5, or a top 5, so.
Yeah, after a disappointing season last year, to see him up now, at least at 14. But my surprise right now, where it's, I don't know if it's such a surprise, because it was kind of an up and down year for him. And you're a big fan of this guy, Chase Elliott. I think he's put himself in a great position. Being 4th in this group, I think he's in a spot to where now, if he just finishes out the season really well, he's going to have a shot, I think, of the whole thing. And I'm not necessarily a big fan of him, but I would say I think he's in a perfect shot. I think the guys that are in the top 3, everybody's gunning for you. Now you become the targets, and so the guys that just kind of stick towards the middle, like in that second group, you have with Chase Elliott, Ty Gibbs, and Kyle Larson. I think they're all 3 in good spots to where they can make moves. Not to say that they will. It's just to say that they're in a good position, and just because you're down in the 4th, 5th, and 6th spot, it's not like you don't have a chance at all. So I think those guys are in a great spot. And then you got you got the guys that are the Fords kind of they're kind of trailing behind a little bit, but they're still kind of grouped together when you look at Logano and Keselowski or Priest, even though they're not on same teams. You start looking at Cindric Valley starts to crop into there, is at that last spot. So the Fords the Fords are slowly creeping in. I just don't think it's the way Reddick and some of these guys are racing. Like I said, out of those top 4, I think Chase Elliott may be the one that could really sneak up there in the top 2 positions by the time we see it towards the end of the season.
Hold on.
And he hasn't even, and in my opinion, some of these races he hasn't even had a great car, and he's finished in the top 5. He finished really well. He hasn't got some of the stage points that he wants. But he's finishing really good in really good spots. Like Talladega was a good example, and then I believe he's got another top 5 this year that I thought he had not a great car, and he didn't have a good day at all, and he still finished in top 5, top 10. So those small victories, they make a difference in the long run.
Yeah, there's definitely one driver on here right now that's going to make. I might be overhyping him up right now, but He's going to sneak his way, at least in the top 10, and that's God dang it, I can't even think. Chase Briscoe will make his way up there. He's right now, he got exchanged with Austin Cedric. He's sitting at 17th, but watch out for Chase Briscoe to make a huge push when it comes in this late season. He's going to make a huge push, and he's definitely a huge underdog. I believe in him. He has a great car, great team.
Yeah.
Great everything, really. He has all the resources he needs to do great this season.
Yeah, I just don't think I don't think his team is going to be. I just don't think they're consistent enough from the pit crew, and I just don't see them being the consistency that we like to see, like we've seen with Chase Elliott or even Ryan Blaney. I think Ryan Blaney and Chase Elliott both are they're right there. So
Carson Hocevar is not doing bad.
Yeah,
Blaney's
Carson.
one of the best.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, Blaney might have one of the best cars every track we've been to. His pit crews are holding him back, in my opinion. He's losing the most spots on pit road.
And he's amazing on the corners. Any corner.
And this time the pit crew was doing well until that big crash. They actually were doing better than they had all season, and then they had the big crash, and there goes his chances. It's like, gosh darn, but wow, that was amazing crash that we saw there too.
That was massive. That happened more than half the field, I think.
Yeah, basically, yes, sir. All right. Well, anything else you want to add, guys?
Nah.
No. You're already looking at you're looking ahead to this weekend, and you're looking at the Wurth 400.
Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Saturday comes before that. No, I'm
Yeah, I mean, I had. We'll go through all the NASCAR, and then we'll come back go into the old Kentucky Derby. But yeah. I mean, we're going all the way to Sunday, but Saturday starts. Yeah, you're saying, but Saturday starts with the different races that go on. Or I'm sorry, not just Saturday, but you also have other days as well. So.
Hey, Garrett. If you're sitting at home this weekend and the weather is bad, this is your weekend to go on a good bender.
On a good bender.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that term in forever, man.
Good starting point, Hey, you could probably watch the Xfinity first and then turn on the Kentucky Derby.
Hey, and I believe the
O'Reilly.
Kentucky Oaks might be on tomorrow, I believe. It's either tomorrow or it might be run Saturday. I thought it was the day before usually.
Yeah, and so any updates on the Stars, Garrett? Or you got a track of them?
Still 1-0 Minnesota.
Dallas
is not playing great.
Yeah.
They only got 2 shots on
Dang,
goal.
dude,
right
I've been
now.
wrong this whole time, man. I was just sitting back relaxed because I thought the Stars had the lead.
No, they're be done if they lose, man. They got to win this thing.
Aren't they the number 2 spot too?
Yeah.
They're the number 2 spot, and
Yep. So
but exciting races this Sunday. Yeah, up in here in Dallas. Sadly, we're not going to be able to go to this race. I was there last year. I saw Joey Logano win. Wasn't happy about it, but it was a close race. Blaney had a good chance to win this race. I remember.
Ford wins it, yeah.
I just know Denny Hamlin caught on fire. Stage 1, that was kind of cool. That was right in front of us. Bubba Wallace wrecked out. It was pretty
Carson
cool.
Hocevar wrecked out right in front of you.
Oh yeah, dude, we were freaking. We were celebrating. They
were in the infield. Yeah, they had good passes or good tickets.
Yeah, we had great passes.
That's
very,
awesome.
very fortunate. Great experience. And then it all got into when Joey Logano got on the finish line, past the finish line. I was like, oh damn, Blaney was so close.
Yeah,
But,
I was sad and happy at the same time. Right? It was, but it kept Blaney in the race, and he was right there. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
But this one is. I think this is going to be up for grabs, and we'll see who's going to come out ahead in this one. I don't know who's going to. When do they qualify for pole, Kyle? Do you have that information?
I believe it's Saturday.
Oh wait, I can look actually.
Probably Saturday.
Yeah, because I'd like to see. I think pole is critical, and this is such a weird track where it gets wider at one point and then thins out a little bit. It used to be really bad when they first opened this track. I don't know if y'all remember that, where basically at one point you could be 3 wide, but it gets down to only where you can get 2 wide. And so they widened this track a little bit over time because of that, because you bottlenecked and they saw way too many wrecks. I mean, wrecks, NASCAR, that's kind of what we're looking for here and there, but not all the time. We don't want somebody getting, really badly hurt.
Practice will be at 11:30 a.m. Saturday morning on Prime, and then they're going to have at 12:40 on Prime qualifying.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
Yeah, and I mean, being at the track and in person and everything, you see how narrow these corners really are and how elevated and what's the banking and all that. So, yeah, the corners are not nearly as wide as a lot of the other tracks, I feel like. And so it's very tight corners for sure.
Yeah,
and then you kind of open up when you come on the straightaways. But
it's a little different track. Yeah, it's a little unusual track, and that's what makes it interesting. So.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty cool. We were driving right under freaking turn 1 just to get out on the infield. And you're like, wow, that's kind of sick. They're running on top of us. They're racing on top of us. Just booming.
Well,
and it's a lot louder than what other people actually think. You got to wear safety.
You got ear protection for sure.
Now, based on results, though, that we saw last year, does that mean, will that have any impact on this year? I mean, does that mean that the Fords you saw 2 Fords 1-2 last year?
It's going to have a huge impact. I think Carson Osvar is going to carry over this win and hopefully win this poles this week.
Right, from the last race. But last year's race, do you think history from last year coming to this year, because we're looking at a different car, and so are we looking at the Fords being able to be up front most of the way, or at least at the end is when it really matters, I guess?
I mean, I definitely think it carries some weight. I think last year, though, it ended in a lot of restarts. So it was more about who can restart the best and get their car up in the front. And Joey was able to do that better than anyone. I mean, Blaney was right there as well. And I believe there was a couple other cars. Honestly, I think this is going to be a tough track I don't think there's going to be a clear organization, clear Ford. I think the Fords will run good here. But I think it's kind of up in the air. I think you're going to have some of the top dogs like Denny, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Blaney, Reddick. They're going to be up in the front for sure. Same with Christopher Bell and Chase Elliott.
And Reddick.
It's kind of going to be
I think Reddick's going to have a good race. I think he's going to come back in this one and be the guy to beat in this race, even though I don't want him to be. I bet that he's going to be one of the top dogs if he doesn't get wrecked out, or something, engine failure or something like that along the way. I think he's going to be I think he's going to be the one to beat. I don't want him to win. I still want my man right here, Ryan Blaney, to win it. But, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's an oval. It's a pretty straight-up track. So.
Yeah, it's an oval.
Who's going to have the fastest car?
Yeah.
Who can get the fastest car, and who can have the long-run speed to run long stretches without cautions and keep their car fast and in the front?
That's right. So now when we look, hey, where's Kyle? He's up there in the studio. How about that? All right. So, yeah, I mean, we looked at that. Now we'll be getting ready to go to our duels. So, Kyle, you had anything else to add? We want the record. See if I have them.
I'm definitely winning.
Kyle, you're always up there. I know. It's like, right there they are.
Everything we pick, you're always at the bottom. Why is that, Kyle?
He goes by emotion, we go a little by emotion, but we keep it, intact, saying, okay, this is what's practical. But to see you only 3 ahead of me, I thought, man, I had a chance to catch you, but I couldn't catch you. And so you had
NASCAR.
You had 3 picks ahead of me going into this one, and you stayed, you maintained. So so you got to fight me off after this week. So we'll check it out. So all right, so we'll get ready to get this thing started. Yeah. Well, wait, where's Kyle at? I don't see him in there. Let me see if I can find Kyle. There he is. Oh, there he is. All right.
All right, Kyle.
So
You gonna lead us off?
You were going to
Oh,
start
me?
this off. Let's see if I got it right here. You know, look
Who
at
are
that. Yeah. Who are these guys, Kyle?
Oh my
Cody.
God!
Hey,
Who
Cody
are they?
Ware was in that lead lap when they had the wreck. He got through because he was up in the top 3 or 4.
Oh, it does have their
Yeah, he
names
was
on the
up
bottom.
there.
And that,
Hey,
that was a
they-
huge
those
surprise.
cars are up there.
You know, I don't remember where. Do you know where he ended in the last race? Do you remember where he ended,
Yeah,
Kyle?
I think he
can
finished in the
look.
top
All right, let's
10.
look at
No,
that. real good. I think he did. I think he did.
No,
Uh,
no, he didn't.
I
He
think
did,
he they had both of these guys had decent races last week.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
pretty sure.
because half the field was out, over half the field, and then he comes up there and sneaks in. So,
Hey,
but I know there.
he gets done.
And one of the, was it the Chastain when Chastain won stage 2. I think that
Yeah.
was. I think he was in the top 5. Cody Ware was. So, yeah, give a hands there to Cody Ware, man. He's there, and they're on limited resources. So, where did he end up?
Cody Ware finished 21st.
Oh, okay. Well, and now I think there's only 21 cars left. Okay.
Cole Cluster finished 38th.
No, there's 26,
Because-
I think.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I remember that there was only at one point there was 21 that was remaining after the big one. All right, so our first one, Kyle, you going to start us off? Who are you going to pick between Cody Ware and Custer? Cole Custer.
Oh, shit.
You're the one who put this together, so here we
Yeah,
go with
come
the
on,
duels. So, yeah. So if anybody out there can chat with us, especially
Yeah,
on
please
YouTube.
comment.
Yeah, if you can comment,
And
I'll
give
put
us
your
a sub.
comment up there. I'll try to
Please
get it up on the
subscribe.
screen. Yeah.
All right, Kyle, you gonna make a pick or what? Come on now.
Yeah,
I'm not getting any younger.
Cody Ware is pretty consistent at getting last. Give me Cole Custer to win this, please.
You're going to take Custer. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's probably a good pick, I would bet. So.
You know what? I don't like that pick. I like Cody Ware. Give me Cody Ware. He finished before Cole Custer last race.
Whoa.
Give me Cody Ware.
Yeah, Cody Ware, the youngster, the Rick
Hey,
Ware
Again,
team.
top 30 finish.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm gonna go with Cole Custer in this one. I'm gonna stick with the guy that I think I mean, man, he's how old is Cole Custer? He's because he's been around too.
There.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll go with that one. That's what I'll go. So we'll get to our next pick, and let's see who we got there. Yeah. Oh, interesting.
That's looking mighty big there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well,
this
he's a
week
little
I did
wide
lot of
anyway.
people we don't talk about, so like I was trying to mix it
Hey,
up.
I like this pick. This is a good little matchup because I think Brad's ran pretty good this year.
Yeah, it
He's putting
is.
up some better finishes. You know, he's actually finishing races this year. Last year he got wrecked out on all of them. And then Chase Briscoe hasn't been running as good this year, but he's got a good car, got a good potential to put together a strong finish. Here, I'll give you my pick. I actually am going to take Chase Briscoe in this race. I think Chase Briscoe gets top 10 finish this week. Brad's going to be right outside at like 14, 15. So, yeah, give me Chase Briscoe.
All right, well, I'm going to stick with the Fords. You know me. I'm going to go with Keselowski on this one. And so, Garrett, you know, maybe I can catch you on this one. Maybe I won't. But I'm going to go with Keselowski. I think Keselowski's car has been running better, not necessarily him driving better. I mean, not to say he's a bad driver. So, you know, anybody watching goes, oh, yeah, he's really, you know, dogging old Keselowski. But I think his car's been running a little better.
For a long time.
Yeah,
He's been
I
driving
know.
for a while
Has
now,
a
you
cane.
know?
He walks with a cane.
Yeah, he walks with a cane. It doesn't matter when
he's
you're
been driving for 20
driving.
years.
You know, heck,
But it's so surprising, man.
Your Opa could, as long you can get him in the car, but your Opa can still drive, and he uses a
It
walker.
probably hurts
right?
though, driving that long.
No,
Well,
I'll go with
it does.
Keselowski.
It's gotta hurt.
Yeah, it
Pretty
does
much-
hurt.
He's
Yeah,
pretty much healthy now. I mean, he's pretty.
yeah,
He's still in rehab, I
almost back to
think.
normal.
yeah.
I mean, obviously, yeah, with the injury to your hip.
All
yeah,
right,
you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
make
rehabbing
this
for a
really
long time.
simple.
Yeah.
Make it really simple. Fords do really good at this track, but I don't know.
You don't know.
Chase Briscoe's about to do phenomenal this race. Toyota's looking really good
All
this
right.
year. Give me number 19 just because
All right.
God dang it, Truex, right? Yeah. Just
Yeah,
because Truex,
is
come
got
on.
19. I'm pretty sure Truex has won some in Dallas, so.
Hey, he's still
Not a
driving
bad
that
pick,
car
not a
in
bad
spirit. I'm telling y'all.
Now, this is a
Yeah.
tough pick. We haven't had this one, that's for sure.
God, he's gained so much weight. All the drinking. Look at him. Noah
Oh,
Gregson.
come on now. Give him a break, you know?
Bowl cut
Hey, he's
himself.
hard, man.
Yeah, I love the guy, man. Yeah, he said, but he's the team Rush, his sponsor there. Those guys are from around here, right? So their home front is right around the corner here, so close to the Brownfields there. Yeah, Rush Enterprises. So, I tell you what, I'm going with them because of Rush. I'm going to stick with them. I'm not going to go with the rookie. I think the rookie's had a hard year, man. I think he's had a worse year. He's been in some bad spots, but I'm going with Gregson.
Hey,
Kyle?
Noah Gregson. That's my pick.
like I did like college game days. That dog is ugly. Yeah, Noah Gregson is ugly. Give me Let's go with Red
cruel.
Bull.
You're so cruel, man. So you're going. We know that you're going to go with.
Let's go with Red Bull on this one.
I'm going with the whole team. Right now.
Terrible pick. I don't like that pick. I think Connor Zilker's had a really tough year. Qualifying's been really bad for him. I think he's put him in a bad spot in the back of the pack, and he just keeps getting laps. He keeps getting down laps. I think the last few races, 2 or 3 laps down. Can't win a race being laps down. I like Noah Gregson. I like what he did last week at Talladega. I think he was running well. And even the week before, he ran decent. So, yeah, give me Noah Gregson for sure.
All right, that sounds good.
I just think he's got a little more experience. He's been running a little
Dude,
bit
every
better.
time I see him, I just think of that bowl cut that he got when they cut his head. They actually put a bowl on his head and cut around it.
It's crazy, right? That was
I was
crazy.
well, right?
God, he's
All right,
getting...
who we got next?
All right, so we're gonna look at
the next one's going to be cheating.
Hey,
The brothers.
Dillon brothers, Austin and Ty Dillon, or Ty Dillon and Austin Dillon. Yeah, but Kyle says we're going to put them against each other here.
Yeah,
so.
this is fun.
Yeah. If Kyle and Kurt Busch is out there, that's always a good duel too.
Austin
right?
Dillon is really good when it comes to pushing and when it comes to drafting tracks. Ty Dillon is, I don't know, not great at a lot of things. But let's go with RCR. I like Austin Dillon to win this. I got to go with my team, with Kyle Busch's teammate.
One thing that we saw with and this is getting a little off the subject, but when you were talking about pushing at Talladega, that's what it's all about is drafting and pushing. And the cars that couldn't handle the push well were the Toyotas, and they made that a point to say, that's why Wallace lost it. Their back wheels come up off the ground. You could even hear it in that wreck right at the beginning. Wang! It revs up as his tires are not touching the ground for a moment. And just that little push, and all of them seem to have that. They're great pushers, but they can't be pushed from behind. And so I think Toyota as a manufacturer is going to have to look at that a little closer. They're going to find a few more. But you know what, Kyle? I'm gonna go with Ty because I think Austin Dillon's probably got the better car and probably is going to be the better driver. But I think by luck, we're going to see Ty Dillon win this thing. So, between the duel here, not the whole race. I'm still going with some other picks on that one.
Yeah, well, I'm sadly going to agree with you on this one, Kyle. I think Austin Dillon's the better driver. He's got a better car, better team than Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon's had a really rough year. Really past couple years has been really rough for him. I'm not a big fan of Ty Dillon personally. I don't think he's that great of a driver. I do like Austin Dillon. I think he's going to be able to run well at this race and at least beat his brothers. So yeah, give me Austin Dillon.
Austin Dillon. All right. Yeah, Garrett, I think that I really think that's a good pick, but I knew y'all would pick him. I didn't want to make it a sweep, so that's
I got you. We can't have a sweep.
Yeah, we can't all pick the same one. We gotta be a little different there. No, but I think that might be a good choice, down the road. Oh, this is a very intriguing one.
I like this.
Had we had this matchup before or not? I don't know for sure. So
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's very interesting because you got someone like Joey Logano who won last year. Hasn't had a great season so far, but he's always been kind of, he's had a few races where he put himself in a good position,
Right.
just couldn't finish it, or, decent finishes, but nothing crazy. And then Kyle Larson is someone that one of the best race. I still think he's one of the best drivers on the track at all times, and he just hasn't been able to pull out some of these big wins or consistent finishes, like we saw the year that he did win the championship. But
Yeah, so we put up on the screen, Kaylee Deard's watching, so thanks for giving your comment, but she thinks both the brothers suck, so that was both Ty Dillon and Austin
No
Dillon
way.
suck.
What a
Yeah,
legend.
yeah, good
Good job, twin. Good job, twin.
But
yeah.
oh yeah, I'll go ahead and make my pick.
Okay.
Even though he won this race last year, I am not picking Joey Logano. Give me Kyle Larson, Hendricks. I think he's got a top 5 finish in that car, and he can get it done. So yeah, give me Larson.
I can't believe you're going against your roots, picking against Ford.
I'm sorry, but I don't like Logano. That's period.
All right.
That's all I gotta say. Give me Larson.
You're taking Larson. Okay.
I love Ford.
Yeah, y'all are
Give me
just
Larson.
yeah, but it's just Logano, right? You just have a hard time.
I'm going
liking
my heart.
Logano. Yeah,
I don't like him.
That's
I think
the same
last
way-
year he got a little lucky
Well,
with all the restarts. So.
Logano's the guy you love to hate, right? But he's like if he's you love to hate, Kyle. That's what you're saying, But
Yeah.
I got a lot of respect for the man. I respect him.
you respect. He's
I have a lot
a
of respect
Cup
for him.
Series champion. What, twice over?
Three
times.
That's right, 3. So and that's why he's got a target on his back. But you know what? I'm taking him in this one. I'm taking him over Larson.
I know you would, yeah.
It's like I think the Fords are going to run pretty good, actually. So I would. I stick to my roots, right? So we go. But you know what? Look at! I can't believe my own kids. The other Dieter is going with Larson there. Like come
Dude,
on.
I don't like
Really
Logano, man.
Yeah, at
Hey,
least
that
don't
other
say.
dude knows NASCAR.
God.
Why she say Chevy? If she would have just said Logano, I'd
Like,
be okay with it.
hey,
Kaylee, I'm going to disown you, man.
I
It's
have to
like,
go against my brother-in-law. Come
Yeah.
on, we gotta have some rivalry.
I'm going to ride her out the will, man. Let me get, Jeez, y'all better start
Yeah,
picking
get rid of her.
Ford, You better start picking Ford, by God. Yeah.
Rider out of the wheels. Cool. What are you gonna get some white out?
Yeah. Oh, I can always rewrite it, dude.
thought it-
Yeah. It's
I
called
thought
a
it was all coming to
holographic
me
will,
anyway.
So I'm sorry, Garrett. What did you say, Garrett?
I was like, it's all going to me anyways. I'm
No,
I'll even on it? No.
No, I'm doing paperwork.
Well, so. Oh.
I'll buy you later though.
Well, it was. Yeah.
All right. Easy pick here. Kyle, you want to lead us off? You want me to lead us off? What do you want?
God. Let's keep the streak alive with A&M. Let's go with Chase Elliott. I'll take Chase Elliott again.
Chase Elliott.
I don't like Bell. God, after that one season, he had 3 wins in a row and never did anything else again. Yeah, nah.
Yeah. We
Go
know
ahead,
who Kaylee would pick in this one. So I mean,
Kaylee better be happy that I actually
Yeah.
picked Chase Elliott.
she also said that
Oh,
Ollie
I
is
was
watching
watching.
us. So hi, Ollie.
Oh,
Hi.
hey, Oliver.
Yeah. Hi,
Hey,
little
nephew.
man. Yeah.
Hello, buddy.
All right, so I'm going to, sadly say I'm going to go with the Chevy on this one. I am going to go with Elliott because I think Elliott's now in a place where he's going to make a big push. And I just don't see Bell being, again, consistency. I say it all the time, but I'm going with Elliott. And we know who Garrett's going to go
all
with.
going
I'm going to
with,
go ahead and just click it. There we go.
Oh, you already know I'm picking Chase Elliott. But
Well,
actually,
you're
last
wearing
year,
his shirt.
of course.
And we know.
But yeah, after watching this race last year in Dallas with Chase did not have a good race at all in Dallas. He was kind of fell behind on like the pit strategies. Didn't have a great car. Didn't have a great weekend. But this year, I think they're running better, more consistent. Like you said, I think they're going to be able to put a better car out on the track, and he's going to be able to keep some of that. So hopefully, he gets in that top 10, stays in that area, and then pull out some big, a big finish. And
Yeah.
I think he's got a little bit better. I think he's got a little bit better long run speed this year compared to last year, so that should be able to help him out a lot, especially going forward in these races. But yeah, y'all pick anybody? Think there's an all outright winner coming up?
Yeah, I do. Oh, Kyle, there you are in our studio. Well, I think outright winner. I don't know. That's tough, Garrett. Okay, since you asked the question, it's like, what would you? What are you going to say?
Well, there's two cars I'm scared of winning this race. One's Tyler Reddick, like you said, and then the second one, I feel like I've said either he's going to be an outright winner or one of the top cars in the field, and that's Ryan Blaney. So I think it's going to be between those two. I think Blaney's going to. I really think Blaney's got a good shot at winning it this year. I think he's had a great car all year. Talladega was not good for him last week, but I like Ryan Blaney winning this one.
Kyle
And
Busch.
I think Chase is able to get a top 5.
Kyle
We'll see how Kyle finds it.
Kyle Busch is about to shock the world.
Yeah,
Shock the
Anybody
world,
but Kyle Busch, Kyle?
he'll shock the world.
Dude,
right?
if I put $1 down, if he won this race, I'll probably get $1,000 back.
Oh, really?
That's his odd. No, I don't know, but probably.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
there
that's
are a lot
crazy.
of odds for NASCAR. If people were into betting, NASCAR is a great sport to bet on. Plus, it gets crazy because you never know when there's a big race.
Yeah,
like
like last weekend.
Wins. Yeah.
Everybody was screwed over, I bet, when it come to betting.
Oh yeah. I mean, how many people probably actually betted for Carson Osvar? Not that many.
And if you
Larson's
did,
another
though,
one too. I was talking about Blaney, but Larson's another one. He's got a shot at winning.
but no, I definitely
Byron,
feel like
don't sleep on Byron. Byron
Yeah.
has a chance.
I definitely feel like Carson Osvar can carry this momentum into this week. He might actually do really good. But
right.
as long as he doesn't get too cocky, but I know after getting his first win, he's going to be pushing a lot harder this weekend. But
Yeah.
he ain't going to make a lot of friends, but he ain't here to make friends. He's here to win.
Yeah. I'm with Garrett, Reddick, and Blaney, and I think Logano's going to be in the mix. So I think there's going to be a whole group there that you're going to see. And I mean, not that Chase Elliott. It's going to be hard to say. I think even somebody like Denny Hamlin is still going to be in the mix, and so I think.
Well, the car doesn't catch on fire this year.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace. I mean, Bubba Wallace for this year he has been running good. If they didn't have that wreck out, man, that would have definitely been a little bit a different outcome. I think he would have been a top 5 easily. So
Agreed. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about this derby.
yeah, it's like I don't have the. I
Kentucky
wish I had
Derby.
the sound effect.
Once a year.
Yeah. Kaylee, let me show you this one.
Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, let me show you a couple of them here. There's Kaylee saying that she said, "Hell yeah, Chase Elliott, Toyota suck," and then, and believe it or not, at least she's back in the wheel now.
Where's Miguel at?
She said Ryan Blaney might win this race. Is
That's
what I'm
something that
taking
Miguel
from
would
that,
say.
but. I think
That's
that
what I say, Kev.
yeah. So it's
Kaylee
Chase
would say-
Elliott and Ryan Blaney for Kaylee. So at least she's back in the wheel now. So. All right. So, all right. Yeah, we'll talk about the Kentucky Derby. That's going to be very interesting.
Hey, it's my favorite time of the year, bro.
What? Kentucky Derby?
I love the Kentucky Derby. It only happens like once. Well, there's prep races.
Happens once a
which
year.
I need to follow, but I need to follow it more. But yeah, Kentucky Derby is definitely the greatest day to party in an infield in your life. Like, it is
Yeah, we're
definitely.
going next year.
Yes, we got to. And then
We're
you hit
going
up
next year.
Nashville after or the day before. Come on, it's worth it.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
worth it.
It's worth it. That's
If
right.
you live in Texas, okay. Now, if you live in Kentucky, just stay. No.
Well, yeah,
Great advice.
yeah.
Yeah, I love the Kentucky Derby, though. Yeah, this year's Derby is considered wide open, really. There ain't no really dominant forces out there. There isn't too many that are just way beyond the others, really, I feel like. This could be a huge long shot upset, I feel like, this year. Because there's no
Really?
incredible
I
standout.
don't know. There's a couple, man, that are looking pretty good. At least whoever's in Vegas making these odds.
Yeah.
Hey, favorites are tightly grouped, and there can definitely be a long shot that wins this year, I feel like.
Yeah.
There's a huge upset potential.
Well, I mean, what is there another 80-1 out there that can pull it off, Kyle?
80-1. I think the highest we're at is 50.
Well, no. Remember who was it? You just watched that race
a long time ago. Yeah, it was 50-1.
Oh yeah, that was 51. But there was a horse that even won it.
Yeah, Rich Strike.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one you were talking about. That horse just really came out of nowhere and won that darn thing. Just like mind that bird.
Yeah, Rich Strike was 80-1.
That's what I said, 80-1. I said
that's what I said.
Yeah, but not early on. You said 50-1. I was like, come on.
Yeah, mind that bird.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's wide open, man. It's wide open. So we'll get to the graphics here now. I'll get us over there and get us get some things started here.
Oh well.
So you know what?
Let me talk.
Okay, I'll let you talk here.
Let me have the reins a little bit. All right, so
since you're a big Kentucky Derby guy.
That was our duels that we did.
Yeah, we done forgot about that.
Huh?
Yeah,
that ain't the Derby. We got NASCAR.
There we go.
Oh yeah. Hey. So okay, how the horses get in the Derby? So we got 20 horses is all that could be in the Derby unless you scratch. Then they have 4 replacements. Those 4 replacements can take those positions, but how you get to the Kentucky Derby, you have to have a certain amount of points to get in to qualify, really. Which, how you get points is you go through prep races. So you got the Arkansas Derby, Louisiana Derby, the Florida Derby. You got all these other derbies, stakes, all sorts of things, really. And these prep races have been going on for years, man. Like, old. But you got to get points, really. All you have to be is within the top 3, get points. But the bigger the race is, the more points you will get.
Well, and it doesn't matter about how much you make. It's about the point system that they put this into place. But there is some, it is a little subjective too because you always see the same owners and stuff. So,
definitely the same owners here.
Yeah,
and trainers.
Yep, and the biggest picture is this is the first step or the first stage for the Triple Crown. You got to win this race to establish that, and then you got to win the other 2, which you got the Preakness and Belmont. Yeah, you got the Preakness and the Belmont. Yeah,
but this is by far the biggest race of horse racing for the year, in my opinion. This is kind of like the Daytona 500, the Indy 500. All these big races that happen once a year. Kentucky Derby is the biggest one for horse racing, so exciting stuff. Go ahead, Kyle.
Oh yeah, this is the most exciting 3 minutes to 2 minutes and a half of your life. Like you're jumping up and down, man. Like go, like come on. And
I mean, just think about it, dude. Just call up some buddies.
Yeah.
Everybody pick a horse, put some money down, have some drinks, and then you're yelling at the TV for a second. I mean, come on, what's better than that?
Hey, and while you're waiting, you're hydrating. Okay, but while you're waiting, you can watch the horse races that are before that. They have races before the actual Derby, which you can all hang around, bet, and do other stuff like that. Really. I mean,
horse race is simple. You just pick a number, pick a horse, and you start rooting for them. I mean, what's better than that?
Now, if you're colorblind, can't pick your favorite color now.
Oh, really?
Pick your favorite number then, all right? I got numbers.
Yeah. But yeah, I grew up on horse racing. Basically, as a kid, that's how we learned our colors and numbers. We did. So it's just like we've always been liking the Derby. I like the Derby.
I just think it's cool, It's like it's not too high stakes. You just pick a horse, pick a number, pick a horse, just root for them,
Heck,
you don't even have to know much about them. You don't even got to know much about it. You just pick and root for them.
All right. Well, definitely the main picture I want to jump into is definitely the trainers. We got to talk about these trainers, who the dogs are and who aren't.
Okay.
Definitely some legendary trainers in this mix. Obviously, Kyle's favorite.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we definitely have my favorite, which is Bob Baffert. Has won 6 Kentucky Derbies.
Oh.
Which he's a legend. He did get. Oh, what's the word? Not he did get disqualified in 2021. They took away that win for him, saying some sort of cream they used on the horse, which they said was illegal
No,
to
you gotta sketch
use.
the pass.
And that's how he got disqualified, and he got banned from the Kentucky Derby for 3 years, 2 years, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
He wasn't allowed to have a horse, really, and he couldn't train at all those seasons. But, yeah, that's what really hurt him, I felt like. But this year, yeah, he has 2 horses coming in. And he's a phenomenal trainer. I know a lot of people don't like him because he pushes his horses way too hard, basically till injuries.
Yeah.
And just, but I'm
Yeah,
at
he
the point
doesn't
where
sketch
it's just
stuff
like,
too, man.
he might push his horses crazy hard, but at the same time, he must be doing something right. He has 6 wins. He's tied for the most of all time of all trainers with 6 wins. And then you got the other 2. You got Todd Fletcher. Fletcher's a beast, man. He is the favorite going into this year. He has 2 wins in the Derby. He's a phenomenal trainer. And then I'm going to jump across because I'll talk about Cox last. Cox is a great trainer. O'Neill is a phenomenal trainer. He has had 2 horses win the Kentucky Derby, same as Fletcher. But this year, his horse ain't looking too much of the favorite. But he is a great trainer overall. But he has great experience with the owners of these horses. Because the last 2 Kentucky Derby wins he's had was with the same owners and everything. I believe it was with the same jockey, too. But he should have a phenomenal chance to win this year because most of the time he's in the Derby, he usually wins. So look out for him to make a huge difference. And then we got Brad Cox. Man, phenomenal. I felt like he's doing a great job with training because Bob Baffert hasn't been at the top recently. That's the only reason I feel like that. But yeah, he has 3 horses in this Derby, which is all going to make a huge impact, I think, in this Derby because they're all really good horses. And they're all...
Didn't one of his horses scratch? Full effort,
Yes.
number
Full
20?
effort did scratch the gray.
Okay, so
But-
yeah, he would have 2, right?
He'll have 2, yes.
Yeah.
He'll
But
have
still,
2
2
horses.
top contenders. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
2 top contenders to win this race for sure. I think, the odds have both of them projected pretty good odds going into this race.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like you said, he's got a win 2021. That's not too long ago. He's had multiple contenders in it in the past 4 or 5 years. So, yeah, he's done a great job. And then Todd Fletcher over there, couple Derby wins, and he definitely has the favorite. He's got the favorite coming into this with Renegade. So.
Yeah, no, to believe it, though, but that 2020 win for Brad Cox was actually supposed to be Bob Baffert's other win, but they took it away for
Bob Baffert.
disqualification.
Yeah, Bob Baffert's a legend of the game, and I mean, he's been around forever, and he's produced some of the best horses, in horse racing history. But with that, there comes a little sketchy pass sometimes, and you make a lot of enemies along the way. But success is success, like we always say. So.
Oh, yeah, and
Depends on what side of the coin you look at it from.
just to toss something out there is, if Robusta gets into the Derby, O'Neill would have 2 horses in the Derby this year, which
Okay.
I know it's going to be a long shot for sure for them, but yeah, if that horse,
But,
because that was one of the, God, what are they called? Not the scratched horses, but the alternates. There it is.
Yeah.
One of the alternate horses to come in, which he might get in. He would have to have one more horse, I think, scratch, because he's sitting at 23rd.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
no, I'm just surprised that Bob Baffert. I'm pretty sure Bob Baffert has more horses that could probably go in the Derby, but are hurt, I believe, because in the mid-season, I was watching the prep races, and I was like, that horse ain't in the Derby, but they just won this race, the prep race. So I'm like, Bob Baffert probably has multiple horses, but they're probably injured. That's the only thing that's probably hurting them. But it's just, after you have, basically, we could see it as like a death penalty. After you have that happen, you got to rebuild on top of that when it comes to horse racing. You can just jump back into it, but it just takes some time, man. Like, if you're not training, how are you making your money, really?
Right.
If you have to take that suspension. Like,
Woo, yeah.
it's just a lot. I feel like. But yeah, let's jump around and we could talk about the jockeys real quick.
The jockeys. Oh man, I don't know.
There's some
what-
legends.
Oh, look at this graphic coming up. Kyle, look at that. We're gonna put that full screen here for you. So
I like this graph.
we'll get that up full.
All right.
The Renegade.
So
Look at that. Yeah, check
that's
it
his
out.
name, right? He's wearing his costume and
Yeah,
everything,
Renegade.
right?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is not what they're gonna be wearing when racing, guys.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So, Iran Ortiz Jr. is a phenomenal trainer. He's our jockey. He's been doing a great job up there. Of course, he's riding the favorite with Todd Fletcher. Todd Fletcher has definitely worked with him before, which I think once you have an experienced jockey on this
Yeah.
horse, he'll do a phenomenal job. Especially Renegade. He comes from off the pace from behind. He's a great closer. He loves to finish that race at the very end with his late speed. And I think having a great veteran jockey like Ivan Ortiz Jr. will do a phenomenal job with this horse, I believe. But then you got Says. I don't know how to say that last name. I believe it's Says. For the
Syed?
Yeah.
Commandment. Commandment's a great horse. I believe he's won 3 races in a row or something crazy like that. He's done a phenomenal job, though. But I don't know if this jockey has been riding with him all those prep races, though. That's the question. If he has, that makes a huge difference when coming into the Derby. It's just like, because I know some of these trainers pick up the jockeys once they get to the Derby. A lot of them scramble around, but some of the jockeys do ride with them at the prep races throughout the season. Once they get in, they already know the horse and everything. I don't know how that works really in a way, but I know some jockeys are like that. Once you come into the Derby and you don't have a jockey, you got to find one, of course. But
Right.
it's just you want to stick with the jockey that knows your horse, though, and that knows the
that would be
trainer
ideal.
very, very well too.
Yeah, in an ideal situation, yeah, you'd get the jockey that has some experience with the horse and with the trainers and what they kind of expect out of the horse. But with the Kentucky Derby, I'm pretty sure, yeah, you kind of get to choose on what's left and get to choose different jockeys and discuss on who do you want riding for you.
Oh yeah, yeah, and then we got Javier. Correct me if I'm wrong. Castellano.
Yeah.
For riding the Puma,
Castellano.
man.
It's Castellano.
Man, the Puma is a great horse, I believe. He had 106 points, and I feel like this is a great jockey to have riding on your horse. Really, he's going to do a phenomenal job, I feel like, for them. But definitely, there's some other jockeys that we got to mention out there. We got to talk about Mike Smith. Mike Smith is riding So Happy. He just turned 60 years old. Hey, and to being that old riding a horse is crazy. Like, that is old.
Hey, I bet he's got a good chiropractor.
Oh, yeah, man. Like, to be in that, I don't know how good of a shape you have to be, but
Yeah, that's crazy,
But-
right?
to be that
All
old
the
is
jarring
wild.
on your body, and man, it's a rough profession, It
And
takes
you
a
got to
lot-
be
it
in
takes
that
a toll on your
position.
body.
It hurt. Yeah, your legs and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
burning, man. But yeah, Mike Smith is riding
Pounding on
for
my back, on my spine. Oh, need a
is riding for
chiropractor
So
after that.
Happy, and Mark Glatt as the trainer, which he has a lot of experience. Okay, let's just say that he's been riding for a long time. He has multiple Derby wins as a jockey. He's going to do a phenomenal job with this horse, I believe. And then we got some other trainers out here. We got Flavian Pratt, which is a great jockey. He's riding for Chad Brown, which Chad Brown is an amazing trainer. He's riding for Emerging Market, which he's going to do good with that horse. Watch out for that one to make some huge noise. And then the other jockey that I've heard is on the come up is Brian Hernandez Jr. He's going to do a phenomenal job with Six Speed. I know a lot of people like that name, Six Speed. Come on, it's a ringer.
Yeah, it's a ringer. Hey,
Ringer.
I heard some guys talk about it on the radio. They were talking about, hey, some good names. One of them would be, if it's not up here, but one would be a good name is 9 Iron. That just sounds cool, right? But there was a lot of betting on a horse a while back that was number 5. Post time was 555, and that. This was a long time ago in the 80s, right? And the horse was number 5. It was in the 5th spot, and then and post time was 5:55. So, like, that horse has got and you know what place that horse came in?
What?
5th.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I mean, like, you see those trends where hopefully. Oh wait, yeah, Bob with another win. So I got to put that up there. I wasn't paying attention. I was over here trying to work and get some things up there. But that was Koopa. There it is, Cooper Newman.
Really?
Yeah, Cooper Newman. Bob with another win. Oh, man. Bob Baffert. And we do have a few little mistakes on there. Number 11, Incredible, is listed there twice.
Hey, can you do me a favor, Garrett? All right, talk about these horses and their odds, and I'll be right back, okay?
All right, Kyle's going to take a little break. Yeah. Oh, Kyle.
Take a break during a live show.
Yeah, that's Kyle for you.
Talk about
so, anyways, Garrett, I looked at this as, and we saw it down there on the yahoosports.com, was showing that, people are still going with Renegade, no matter that he's in that first spot, up against the rail coming out. That's usually one of the worst spots to come out in. And when you talk about that, it's kind of like, oh, man, you're the favorite, but, man, are you really going to be able to come out of that hole, And that's going to be the question.
Yeah, I mean, I have no doubt that Renegade's going to be able to run good and strong in this race. He might not even take this race out.
Yeah.
He might hang back for a while, and then when they're coming around that last turn and going to the finish line, he's probably going to bust through. That's kind of my thought on it. And, looking at the races and looking at these horses that are going to be running this race, I thought Renegade stood out to me because obviously he's the favorite. And personally, when it comes to betting and picking horses, I don't like to pick the exact favorite, but I mean, it was hard. It's almost hard for me to pass up this Renegade. I think that's a great horse. I think they got a good jockey combo. Like you said, first stall might not be most ideal, but I think they're going to be able to handle that fine. And I think he's going to be definitely a strong contender to win this race. And then you look at some of these other horses that we talked about, Commandment. He's got good odds coming in at 6-1. Same with Further Ado. Yeah, Further Ado.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Without further ado.
Oh, man, that's pretty dang good odds coming into this race.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of horses. I mean, you look at these 3 horses, I think they're going to be all in contention of winning. And then even Chief Wallaby, 8-1 odds. Solid odds coming in. I think there's usually for good reason. Usually a lot of these people know more about horse racing than I do. So I kind of trust in some of these odds. But at the end of the day, you got to run the race, and it's anyone's game. We're all starting from the same spot and finishing from the same spot. So, but some of these, what I usually like to think about some of these horses, some of these mid tiers, you got the Puma sitting around 10-1, I believe. Yes, the Puma sitting around 10-1. So happy, 15-1. I believe he's got a great story. I heard some people saw him on TikTok and everything about this horse and the story behind it, and that's really special stuff. I think he's someone that this horse is something that can definitely make some big moves and really have a chance to put themselves in a good position to win this race. You also got Emerging Market, number 15-1 odds. Solid odds coming into this race, and then Incredible, 20-1 odds. So I feel like this year, there's a lot of higher odds, when it comes to the odd market, or when it comes to the odds coming in, a lot of 30-1, 50-1. Some of even these 30-1 odds I like coming into this because I think they got a shot at pulling out a big win. So, starting position makes a big difference, and now we got a couple alternates added in. They're coming in 50-1, but now their chance to shine. Great White. That's a cool name. You got the Great White out there running a horse race.
We watched the race last night, right? And we'll bring Kyle back in here on audio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, when we look at it, I mean, like Great White, it did not do very good. It got either third or fourth in that race, Kyle.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're talking about Great White down somewhere around.
Oh yeah, Great White. Yeah, Great White just got
Yeah,
entered
warm up.
in because we got 2 scratches. Of course, you got the number 13 that scratched and the number 20. Sorry to say that. If y'all pick those horses, you're gonna have to pick again. I'm sorry for y'all to hear
Yeah,
that,
pick
but
again.
you're gonna have to repick. But yeah,
Right.
yeah, Great White's a great horse. Very pretty horse. Very gray horse. And if you like your gray horse, that's your horse to go with. Number 16 says it's a gray.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a pretty dark gray though. It's like a blackish gray. It's like really dark. I'm like, that's
I
great.
guess the color line anyway, so it doesn't matter.
That's funny.
Everything's shades of gray. No.
But yeah, no. Time to jump back into this and let's see if I can carry us a little bit on this show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, for sure. We got Bob Bafford's horse. God, I'm gonna slaughter this name, but Potinta. I don't know how you say his name, but however you say his name for Bob Bafford's number 14. The post. He's gonna have a huge lead. I feel like he's gonna take the lead for sure. He's a huge pusher.
Yeah.
He's a very front runner when it comes to the front. He's going to push the pace for sure. And then you got Poviana, however you say that horse's name too. Number 16
Kyle's
is also.
dyslexic, so please forgive
Pavlovian.
him.
Yeah, I don't know how to say these names. That's a hard one.
Pavlovian. Yeah,
It's definitely going to
Pavlovian.
set the pace too. I think those 2 horses are going to run up there. They're huge pace setters. They like to keep that lead. And then your middle of the pack horses, we got Further Ado is going to stay right there in that mid pack, just hanging in there really until the end, I feel like. And then you got Chief Wallaby is another mid pack racer for this Derby. They like staying in that mid. And then you got Merging Market is another one that's going to stay in that mid pack, just staying right behind those pace setters, really keeping a good
and giving
keeping a
yourself
good pace, really good stride. And then
Yeah, giving yourself a competition.
then you got your closers, man. You got Renegade. Renegade's a huge closer. Got that closing kick, like they talk about, and that's why I think I like seeing the horses come from that underdog, right from the back position, come in and catch that win, man. That huge, just that kick at the very end is explosive and exciting, and it's thriller. And then Commandment. Commandment's the other horse that comes from the back, is a closer. And then you got the other horse is So Happy. So Happy's another closer that likes to come off that pace, off the very back, and has a great closing time. We saw it at the Santa Anita Derby. Amazing run for him there. And then Commandment, you saw him do the same thing at the Florida Derby. He had an amazing kick there at the end. And then Renegade did it at the Arkansas Derby. So yeah, it's just, man, this field is just wide open, I believe, this year, man. Especially
Yeah.
if it rained and we have a sloppy track, this is going to be a huge, just like, who are you going to bet on?
That's a huge factor to take into consideration when it comes to this race. You know, and I think at the end of the day, it's like, okay, which jockey is going to find the way to run their race? You know, the way to run the way that the horse wants to run is always an interesting, factor to look into this. You know, you got to run your own race. Like Renegade might not be leading this, or they might be in the back for a while, but they know that horse has got the kick and got the speed to finish the race and win it. So if the jockey knows when to push, when not to push, when to hold back, when not to try to chase out some of these horses that want to go out in the lead and lead the lap or lead the whole time and really push the pace. So very similar to some track and field stuff that, I've watched plenty of races before. So.
Yeah, you have, right.
Oh,
you
yeah.
got to run your own race. You got to do what works best for you. And sometimes that's taking it out and just holding it off and trying to finish as strong as you can, or holding back and then just out kicking everyone. So,
right.
Which jockey is going to be able to find the way that the horse needs to run?
So we're looking at, trying to get our viewers out there involved. I mean, if you want to tell us your thoughts, go for it. Let us know what you think.
All right. Time to
Or who you
break
pick.
down. You ready to jump into this, man? All right. So, Renegade, of course, favorite. At the Saratoga. At Saratoga, he got third place in that race. Belmont, he won that race. In his second start ever, he won that race. It was a 1 mile race. He won first place in that. Then you got the Aqueduct. He got second place in the. He came in second place in the Rimson Stakes, which was good. And then at the Tampa Bay Downs, which was a Grade 2 Stakes, he won that. And then his other one that he won was the Arkansas Derby. We already talked about that. He won that race. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
And then we could jump into then we got Albus. Hey, if you like Harry Potter, this is your horse to go with. They're huge Harry Potter fans. That's how they came up with the name. Albus Dumbledore is the person they looked at, and it's kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, this horse has done a phenomenal job at Keeneland. At the Keeneland race he got fourth place. Churchill Downs, one of the races he did there for the prep, he got third place. And then at the Tampa Bay Downs maiden race, maiden race, he won that somehow. Yeah, he won that race. And then at Aqueduct, he won the stakes, which was a race a mile and 1/8, which is crazy to think of. And then we could jump into Garrett's horse, man. We could talk about Garrett's horse. Yeah, at Aqueduct on December 13th, he finished third place in that race. And then
Which horse are you talking about?
Right to Party. Sorry.
Oh, Right to Party.
Right to Party.
Okay,
Yeah, Garrett's horse. Yeah. January 10th at Aqueduct.
Yeah, giving away his pick right there.
Yeah, Aqueduct on January 10th, it won a maiden race at Aqueduct. It raced all at Aqueduct. That's crazy. February 28th at Aqueduct, it finished third place in the stakes. And then on April 4th at Aqueduct, it finished second place. So this horse has really gotten 2 third place, 1 first place, and 1 second place for that horse, which it got its name from, of course, the Beastie Boys.
Hey, they're going to be there, right?
Yeah, they're going to be there.
Right. Yeah. You got to fight for your right
to party.
Yeah. Okay, there goes a copyright infringement. Okay, we get a mark there.
All right, then we got to jump into Commandment. Commandment's a great horse, phenomenal horse overall, great trainer. His 80% winning record, 4 wins in his 5 starts, is phenomenal. He has a 2-win consecutive stakes victories right now since January to February, and he has, I just said it, has won 4 wins out of the 5 starts. So that is some great odds to have for this horse. If I had to bet on anybody, I would definitely bet on Commandment. I'm not telling you go out there and blow all your money on him, but he's a great horse. Because look at his starts. He started 5 times and won 4. Those are some good odds right there.
Yeah, and he's coming from the 5 hole, so that's going to make a little difference too.
Oh, yeah. And then the next horse we can hop into is the Puma, man. The Pumas. That's such a great name, man. It's just like, how'd you come up with this, though? Like, the story behind it probably has to be interesting. But, yeah. This horse has done a great job. So, Tampa Bay Downs on March 7th. I don't even have to say the year. We already know what year we're in. He won the stakes. There. And then Gulfstream Park on January 10th. He finished second at the maiden special weight race. And then Tampa Bay Downs on February 7th. He finished third place in that stakes.
Uh-huh.
All right. Oh, I could throw some interesting facts out there. All right. Renegade from the post position number 1, looking at a Kentucky Derby overall as a whole. That number 1 post has not won a Kentucky Derby since 40 years ago. So his odds are very slim to win the Derby, I feel like.
They're just trying to make history.
That post But the interesting fact, Garrett, this might make you a little hyped up. Right to Party has the greatest odds when it comes to all the derbies being in that fifth post. That fifth post has won the most derbies out of any horse, out of any position, really, as their post position.
Yeah, that's why I say Commandment, though, is coming out of that 6-hole. That's going to be good as well for.
Oh yeah,
for
I always thought the best position to be was right in the middle coming out of the gates. So that 11 or 12 always felt like was one of the best, man. And we saw one of my favorite horses do it all the time. American Pharoah, man, he loved that middle post, and he was great at running it. American Pharoah is probably one of my favorites that I've actually been able to keep up with and watch. Chief Wallaby, this is another exciting name. I really want to know what they did to come up with this name. That's an awesome name, I believe, man. It has to have some history to that one, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we show two Motts as trainers, and that's a father-son duo with Incredibolt and Chief Wallaby. But Chief Wallaby, I think Chief Wallaby is in a good spot. Also in a very good spot. So tell us a little bit more about Chief Wallaby, Kyle.
Oh yeah, Chief Wallaby has only raced 3 times though. When it comes to preps, he won his first at Gulfstream Park. And then his second race, I believe, was on February 28th. He completed. It was very. Okay, so he did get second place when he ran his second race at Gulfstream Park. He ended up getting second there. And then the third one, he finished third place at the Florida Derby, which was at Gulfstream Park again on March 28th. Which he finished there, he finished there third, which the Florida Derby is a huge race, prep race to get into. Any of the ones that I feel like that have the state in front of it are huge races. So your Arkansas Derby, Louisiana Derby, Florida Derby, and all that. They need to have a Texas Derby. I want to hopefully push that out there. They need to have a Texas Derby. That would be exciting. But that's enough about Chief Wallaby. He's a great horse too to put on. I believe his odds are very favorited right now. He's done a phenomenal job with that horse.
Yeah, this was from this morning's odds. So if there's any odds that had changed, you'd have to go check the site. But these are from the morning odds. They're not like right this second odds, right?
Yeah, I believe they might be the same right now.
Yeah, I mean a lot of them stay pretty much the same until you see tomorrow morning. You'll probably see some changes.
Litmus test
Saturday morning for sure.
has changed to 50-1. It was 30-1. Bob Baffert's horse has moved up to 50-1, surprisingly.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder what's happening with that. So why is the change?
I'm about to talk about the number 14, Bob Baffert's horse. I can't go against him at this point sometimes. He's a great trainer. But he has 2 wins in his races that he's done. And his first victory came on January 31st at the Santa Anita Park, which he did a phenomenal job there. Very fast horse when it came to that track. And then he won his second race on March 7th at the Santa Anita Park at the stakes race that he raced there again. But yeah, this is... I believe, AI talked him up this morning when I was watching a podcast when they were just talking about Bob Baffert and this horse. They were hyping it up and talking on him like, hey, you never know, man, when it comes to this horse. But yeah, I don't know. I really have mixed feelings about this horse. They were hyping it up, man. They were making it sound sweet, like he's going to be a good horse to pick in this race. But I don't know. Yeah. This whole race has got me a little shook up because there's not as many favorites or not as many like 10s or 8s. I feel like but the live bets have started, but I don't think they've fully started yet. We gotta wait till Friday or Saturday to really see the difference.
That's when you'll start seeing the odds
they'll start
change. Yeah, and I think today's the last day of scratches too. So you'll see if anybody drops out of the scratches on the race. What I mean is that they won't be adding any alternates. I don't know exactly what time slot that is, if that is like midnight tonight or what. But if any other of these horses scratch, then the alternates won't be put in. Just like we saw, Great White got put in and O'Sally gets put in. Because you had 2 horses scratch, which was what was it? Silent and Full Effort. I know was one, and Silent Oslight. What that was pulled or scratched, and so that's how you see the other 2 in. But Kyle, go ahead.
This is some interesting. Okay, further ado, we're jumping to the next horse, number 18. Got to talk about this horse. We got the 6-1 odds, another Brad Cox horse. But yeah, his father is Gunrunner. Gunrunner's a dog, man. Super successful racehorse. Has won 12 races, which accumulated $16 million for this horse in his career. Which his father's amazing horse. Ran in the Derby. We know this horse. But, hey, this horse is going to do a great job. He's ran 6 times and won 3 of them. 3 races that it's ran out of the prep races. And this is a good horse to pick, I believe. Man, you got the 6-1 odds. You got some good odds on your side. Great trainer on your side. And then, hey, you can't do anything else better when you got one of the best jockeys riding for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got John Velasquez, Velasquez. He's a phenomenal trainer. We've seen him run with some phenomenal horses out there. But yeah, that's all I got to say about breaking down with the horses. I know y'all could probably go find those facts on y'all's own. I know I was probably looking at it, just letting y'all know what's out there when it comes, if you're actually going to make some bets. Just actually think about it and look when it comes to the trainer and the jockey for sure, who's riding them. And then you got to look at who is really, like, at the end of the season when it comes to the prep races, who's really hot, man? Like, when it comes into it. Who did really good in March, jumping into things like this? You got to see who's really
trending,
breaking out and standing out at the end.
And
who's staying healthy.
And you look at who hasn't been overrun. You don't want a horse that has been running, just running week after week after week. But you do want a horse that you see that has been running and not, because those horses that haven't ran in a while, you just don't know, and that's going to be that's one thing that's very interesting about horse racing. If they haven't ran in about 3 weeks, you're like, well, have they rested? Was there a reason they were resting? And so you don't know until they actually run. So that's always interesting as well.
Oh yeah. All right. I don't know. We're ready to jump into the picks?
Yeah, let's pick our
winner.
I'll go back.
You got the Kentucky Derby graphic?
Maybe. Well, I think we stayed on this graphic because we have it, even though we have 2 Incredibles. We'll stick with that, and then I'll highlight the ones you pick. But here's what I'd like to see is win, place, and show, just like you would in horse racing. Pick your top 3. So who's to win, who's to place, and who's to show. Y'all remember those days when we were down at the horse race at Retama?
You got to pick a trifecta.
Not a trifecta. Win, place, and show. You can pick one horse and say win, place, and show for all of them, so you can get the 3. But let's pick the top 3. Who's going to win it? Who's going to place? And who's going to show? And you could. That's essentially your trifecta. Yes, you can say that. But what if I want to box it and have a key? No, never mind. Well, we won't get into to all the different bets that you could do. But go ahead. Who wants to do this first? You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, this is for me, and I'm looking at it as I'm going to have one long shot in here. But my number 1 is going to be right there. I'm going to have Commandment. I know that's a little large there, but Commandment's going to be my number 1.
Really?
And and my number 2 is going to be. I know that I'm going with a lot of the favorites here. but I'm going with Chief
Bandwagon.
Wallaby. Chief Wallaby.
Oh,
But for and I'm really debating on some of the other favorites because they've shown some. But I just gotta love the name, even though it's a mid-tier long shot. So I'm gonna go with the Puma there. Let's see, I don't see any chat.
That's pretty good.
So I could put that there.
Yeah.
So those are my picks, everybody. That's 1, 2, and 3. So then we'll take and go with and let's see if I can get over here now and and we'll go with now Garrett's. We'll go with
my
Garrett's
third.
picks.
Oh, no.
And I'll give you a different color on these too. So for Garrett's picks, you'll be blue, Garrett.
All right, sounds good.
I hope so.
Well, so outright winner, the horse that I picked to start. I picked to win this race, and I think it's going to make a solid name for themselves because they already got a cool name. I like that number 5 horse. Give me Right to Party. I got them winning this race. I know it's a bit of a long shot. I just think coming from that 5 stall, that's a good area. And I think they got a good shot at winning this. Now, the 2 horses that scare me the most and the horses that I'm most scared of that I think will come in or have a chance to get top 3, the best 3 horses. I actually like Further Ado. I like John Velasquez, the jockey that rides for him. I think this is a good horse. I think it's a scary horse. They're going to have a good shot. I think that'll be my number 2. And then for 3, man, I was really throwing this one back and forth in my mind. I think Renegade's a good horse. Obviously, it's favorited. But I think it's going to try to come back from the end. It just won't have enough left or wait too long to come back for the win. And so, sorry, Dad, I didn't mean to steal this from you. I was going to pick this before you said, but I like the Puma, too. I think the Puma's got good odds. Getting in a good spot on the racetrack. And I think they're going to put – that horse will put itself in, like, I think they're going to lead the middle pack and then take off towards the end and get themselves at least third place finish. So, I like the Puma as well.
So, you get the Right to Party to win, Further Ado to place, and the Puma – to show, and that's your trifecta. So
that's the trifecta. I think that's a good one. Maybe write that down. $5 on it, you might win.
Right. All right. Yeah, you might. You never know how that'll turn out. All right, Kyle. You say you got this to a science now. Let's see what you got.
What do I got?
Yeah, your top 3. I know I made you rethink it, but you could probably you could call it your trifecta, But I'm going to say who's going to get your win, who's going to go with your.
All right, let's not start with a shocker here or anything. Give me number 14 to 1 and all.
Oh, okay.
Potente.
Potente. Yeah, you're going number 1 there. Okay, we got you at red, Kyle. So you'll know when you go back to the clips, you'll say, oh, okay. Dad was yellow and Garrett was blue, and I'm red. So all right. So that's your number 1. Who's going to be your number 2? Who's going to come into place, Kyle?
Let's get this easy. Give me number 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's picking Renegade.
Yeah, he's picking Renegade.
And then to close it out, give me Emerging Market. I like this horse. Great trainer. You got Chad Brown on your side.
You got Chad Brown. And so you're saying Emerging Market, and that is going to be.
I got to go with Bob Baffert. I can't go against him sometimes.
Emerging Market. Yeah, this one takes. I'm going to have to go.
I don't think he's got it.
I'm going to have to put this one right over here.
I don't think he does either, but
I don't think
I'm looking at his points right now. He had 100 points.
Yeah, and it was a Silent Tactic. I don't know why I couldn't think of the last name for that horse, but yeah, it was Silent Tactic. So, yeah, there you are, Kyle. Your trifecta, or you're saying to win it, Potente. To come in second place would be Renegade, and third, you're saying Emerging Market. So, yeah, I mean, I really do like. I do like Renegade. I do like Further Ado. There's a reason why they're favorites, though, coming into this, because they've ran really good in the races they've run. But I still want to see. I want to see Commandment take it all the way. And
that horse is amazing.
But I'd love the name.
It had 150 points this season, which has the most.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
Renegade only had 125 points this season.
Yeah. That's interesting.
That's still pretty good though.
Well,
But does he have the right to party?
Yeah, does he have the right to party? Well,
Your horse only at 65 points.
Hey, he's in it now. He's in the big show, man. That's what matters. You just got to get in.
Bro, at least you're not in 24. Man, our horse, if we had a horse, it would have gotten the Derby. It had 6 points. I said, we could have made it.
Yeah. Well, nobody commented with us with the horse racing other than Cooper that said Bob with another win, but he didn't tell us which horse.
What about Kaylee?
You know, Kaylee didn't even tell us the horse that
Come
I
on,
know
twin.
unless they had. She probably had to deal with my grandson there, little Oliver. So hi, Oliver again. All right. Well, all right. So that's what we got. Any? I guess when is our next show? Because we did. We're coming back next. Is it next week, Thursday? When are we planning to come back?
No, we got a break.
Oh, we get a break. Yeah, but then we've got to be able to do the Preakness. We got to talk about that after this one. We got to keep going with the horse racing.
Hey, that'll be a quick show.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. We just talk about the horses. It'll probably only be about 6.
It'll be 2 weeks from now, anyway.
Right. That's what I said in 2 weeks. We could do a NASCAR and
we're doing
do tires and hooves, man. You know.
Well, we have the All-Star race on May 14th.
Yeah, and the Spurs are still going. Yeah, the Spurs are there. They're going to find out tonight. Hopefully they find out they play Minnesota. If not, they don't find out tonight. The schedules come out. So the first round for the Spurs will be played again. And Kaylee did come up and say Renegade, so I'm going to put that out there.
Yeah, because we were there the other night. I was like, you bandwagon. Bro, of course she picks the favorite.
I'm driving, but I'm letting you know I'm here. Miguel said he wanted to let us know he was there. So
Hey, Miguel, who'd you pick? Just pick a number from 1 to 23.
He's driving, Kyle. Come on. Give the guy a break.
Pick a number. Pick your favorite number.
No, maybe use voice recognition through the system. I don't know. But, he's driving.
But May 28th, if you want your autograph or want my autograph in Garrett's, we'll be in Nashville. No, I'm joking.
You
because that's Nashville Super Speedway will be on May 28th.
Nashville?
Or no.
He ain't got to Nashville, but Kaylee did say she wanted to go. She was down to go next year, and I think she was talking about getting to the going to Arlington and watching
Kentucky Derby.
No,
she was talking about the Kentucky Derby. Dad.
Oh, what's she talking about the Kentucky
We're going
Derby?
to Kentucky Derby next year.
Are we? We're gonna do it? Oh, that would be so awesome. We've been there once before, but not during the Kentucky Derby.
Dude, let's take the A&M party bus.
Miguel says 5. I think he's right there with Garrett. Let's
Right to party?
Let's pull that one back up real quick. Right there. And right there is the number 5, right to party for Miguel. And we have some others that have commented as well. Is it Naomi? I'll have to look. Commandment number 1. Hey, I like that pick. And Further Ado for the place, and Renegade for the show. And so that's the top 2. Is it Naomi or is it? I hope that is Naomi Bench Waitley. So thank you for putting that pick in at the last minute there. We got you in before we're getting ready. Yay, the Kentucky Derby. That's what Kaylee said. So I'll put that up there as well. So yay, the Kentucky. I didn't know she was down with what because I didn't hear everything. I was trying to get everything set up, so sometimes I miss it. So thanks for picking that up for me, guys.
Are we gonna go, dude? If y'all got an RV, I would be down to go to the Kentucky Derby. We should rent one.
We got a truck. We're good.
Well, we could drive all the way there in an RV.
Yeah. Well, and maybe we'll rent a motor.
We can take the whole family. We can sleep while we're driving.
We'll rent a motorhome, or at least one of those that you can, with the van that has the extended top. There are a type of motorhome. We can get one of those. We can put our production equipment in there, a couple cameras, get our computer, and put our Starlink up, and we're good to go.
Hey, all I gotta say is, good thing one of these horses doesn't have my name in it, because I would be picking that one.
Yeah. who they got. And Miguel said he's going to ask his Kentucky friends there who they got.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if being in Kentucky will help you any different than being in Texas or any other state. But yeah, if they're around them all the time, yeah, that could be quite possible. We used to do we went to a lot of horse races when you guys were younger at Retama. Yeah, we did.
Hey, and I went to a couple that were in Fredericksburg.
Yeah, we did. We went there.
I went on my own.
Gillespie
when I stayed
Downs.
in Kerrville.
Yeah, over there. Was it? It's Gillespie Downs or the fairgrounds. So, yeah, man. Hey, horse racing is fun, guys, and I mean,
other people are like, it's boring.
You know what? The funnest part is you actually get to bet on these things and have fun with it. It's not like
not like you're at a casino blowing it. Like,
well, you're still blowing money.
But like $300 worth. You're not going to go to a horse race and blow that much.
I don't know. Pappy might say otherwise. My father-in-law Elmer, boy, and we call him Pappy, and Pappy, y'all's grandfather. I mean, he was dead set. I mean, he might come in with $500, but he was pretty good about saying, I'll stick with the $500. I'm not going to bet any more throughout the whole race. I'm going to bet, 100 here and hope to win some there and play off the house. But, yeah, that's fun. I think horse racing is
$100.
Well,
that's expensive.
Yeah, but you want to win big, you gotta go big, So.
Yeah, go big or home.
That's right. So, all right, man. We'll end this thing here and we'll get out of here. So we had we'll get her done here. So, we'll go ahead and go with the final thoughts and we'll put Kyle in.
Cut it. No,
cut it. Kyle's already. He's over there. He's got it.
Well, we did a great time. Come on, we did a great.
Yeah, we had a great show.
Timing.
And let's hope everybody gets to enjoy it. We were on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube, and we got Kinsey says number 7, so I'll put that up there. It says
number 7.
No, Miguel says Kinsey 7, so that's
his wife.
Yeah. So Kinsey has number 7, not Mackenzie Mackenzie we know. It's Kinsey, his wife. So she has number 7.
Not his wife, but basically.
Oh, you shouldn't say that. Well, we know what. I'm sorry, Miguel. We're sorry about that. We misspoke. I was just following Kyle's lead. So, but we didn't want to commit.
Oh, it's
Bourbon. Yeah, Dan and Bourbon. Dane and Bourbon.
That's such a good name.
Yeah. And the 21, when you start getting from, you're staying around the 20 to ones, when you start getting up there in the 51s in that last tier.
I'm in no man's land.
Yeah, so there's some great names. People are really, coming out with. I mean, I even like Further Ado. I like, Incredibolt. I think is awesome. So, anyways. All right. Well, Kyle, hey, where you at, Kyle? I forgot. I changed the scene, but I didn't change the camera angle there for you. So, all right. Well, we'll just leave it right here, and we'll go from here because I think we've got we got some emoji coming up here, and we'll see if we can get that there too. So, yeah, and Miguel, he's like with the laugh cry, Yeah. All right.
Yeah, because he misses me.
Yeah.
Miguel will be up there soon in Lubbock to check my place and to hang out with you.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to be doing probably on our break from.
We might have a show up there, actually.
Yeah. But we do got to come back for. We'll see when that's going to be, but we do got to come back with the Spurs in the next round, and hopefully the Stars can make it in there. And we'll talk a little bit more about the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs as well.
I forgot to talk about breaking news.
What's the breaking news, Kyle? Hurry up. We've got to get out of here.
Texas Tech's new quarterback that they just gave him all that money for. He won't be able to play anymore. He has a gambling issue. They have cut him off from everything.
Well, I mean, he says he's going to rehab. We don't know.
But he can't play at all, they say.
Right, and he may have.
So Tech spent all that money for nothing.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy,
that's
right?
Happened.
So,
but Cincinnati is getting in trouble with it because they knew about it, they said.
Well, we'll find out. I mean, we'll let the investigation take its course, and we won't make any conclusions.
Screws Tech.
Screws Tech. That's right. So.
I know.
All right. Well, hey, good show, guys. I enjoyed it, and I guess that's it, right? Kyle, you gave the breaking news, so we'll go from there, and we'll go ahead and and get you out of here.
Party hard Saturday.
Oh, wait, what are you doing in there, Kyle? You do that again? What was that? All right, so we're out of here. Upcoming shows, it won't be for a couple of weeks. I didn't have the graphics for that, but we will be coming back in a couple of weeks. Maybe earlier, depending on how things go with the Spurs, because they play next Monday for sure. And I think that's May the 4th be with you, and happy birthday to April on May the 4th be with you. So, all right. Anything last? You good? We're out of here, right? Right, Kyle?
Good show.
Yeah.
All right, good show. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. Make sure you do subscribe and get that done for us, and it'll help us out quite a bit. But we'll get to our theme song going out, and we'll catch you guys later. Adios, Mascoot, and Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah, Triple D, dropping knowledge, sharp as a razor. Got the game on lock, I'm the lead debater. Making bold calls, yeah, I never bend. This is where the hot takes begin. Triple T hot takes.